So what's going on, everyone? It's Shadell, and welcome back to Rap Talk. Now, I want to talk about kind of the unfortunate events that happened around PNB Rock, and less about PNB Rock. Rest in peace to him, of course, and his family. Condolences. But I would really love to talk about this just my 2 cents on this whole situation, and like I said, less about PNB Rock and more about this, just knowing better. Now, if you're watching this, I'm a major fan of 50, major fan of G-Unit, major fan of those guys. And I found it interesting. I believe last month, 50 won the Breakfast Club to go promote his Tycoon weekend that he had in Houston. And Charlamagne goes and asks him, which I'll insert a clip here.
Is there anybody 50 Cent fears ever historically in life?
Now, all of the situations, if you don't have fear, then you're just not acknowledging danger.
All right.
At point.
I learned that in the 50th law.
Nah, yeah, but you stupid. Then you're not scared of nothing. So you watch that guy that just has zero fear and say, yeah, we can get him. He tough. We're gonna have a hard time chewing on him, but we're gonna get him.
Mm-hmm.
We get him. Mm-hmm. Like, other than that, you just gotta pay attention to your surroundings and things that's going on. Like, and you say never saying the toughest guy. I'm gonna do what I want to do, and then if I die in the process, I was doing what I wanted to do. Even the themes, look, it's power to dollar.
Yep.
I get hit, I come back, get rich or die trying.
Yeah.
Right, and the process, because that's already what I'm feeling like I'm going to do. I'm in the process. It's the greatest thing is to watch me, because either I'm going to get rich or I'm going to die in the process, and this is what I'm gonna call it.
Is there anybody that 50 Cent is afraid of? And the 50 goes and responds back saying, if you don't have fear, essentially, if you don't have fear, then you're essentially stupid. And it's like, if you think about it, yeah, 50 had to show that he's not fearful of these people, because what else are you going to do? Like, you're in a lion's cage. It's either you have one or two things. You're going to sit here and be afraid of the lion that's in the cage with you, or you're going to be like, it's either me or you. We're going to find out who's going to get out of this cage, or who's going to be left standing in this cage. And I found it very interesting, because if you think about it, 50 and Yayo, even being on DJ Vlad interviews, they talk about, Yayo specifically talks about like them having the bulletproof vehicles, or having a hoopty to just jump into instead of having the flashy Rolls Royce or Aston Martin or whatever vehicle, and just having like something low key, no one know who you are. And it's like, in a sense, you have to think that, yeah, they're smart, they're very smart, but you're kind of moving in the sense of fear, because you're fearful of getting shot. You move different. Like, I thought it was interesting. I believe it was Tony Yayo. If it wasn't Yayo, it was 50. It may have been 50. I was watching a 50 interview from years ago, and he was essentially saying, people, walk by bushes. That's them. But essentially, when he walks by a bush, he's looking through the bush. Like, he's making sure no one is there. And it's like, after he's been shot, you're fearful, but you think smarter. You think about, there's any possibility of anyone being able to catch me slipping. It's not going to happen. So they got the bulletproof cars. They travel with security. They make sure that they're in a safer part of the area they're in. If you watch the Yayo interviews, you'll see that he goes and mentions that 50 went and put him where he's literally looking at the Statue of Liberty. Like, put him in a whole different area, safe. Got kids running around, all that stuff, and white people around, all that. So it's like, if you know better, do better. Now, as a fan of rap, I've pretty much learned there's a lot of set neighborhoods that you would never catch me in if I was visiting. And at this point, I was recently thinking, even a few years ago, I was like, California would be really cool to go to. But now, with all the crime, and even you have I believe it's a mayor or governor coming out, this is maybe 6 months or a year ago, where they're like, we can't keep you safe. No, it may have been the police officer. I'll find the article and put it here if I can find that. That we can't essentially keep you safe, and that if you're wearing watches, any type of jewelry, things like that, don't wear them. And Charlamagne had a great point in his interview that he said in one of these videos with someone, and if not, it was on the podcast with Brilliant Idiots. Like, if you can't wear these chains, these jewelry, have the cars, whatever, if you can't afford to protect it, you shouldn't be wearing it. And it sucks that you have to live in a world where, hey, you want a flashy car, you want some chains on. You just want to show your status because, yo, you worked hard for it. I get it. You hustled, you grind. Totally makes sense. But the world doesn't work like this. And whatever you want, someone else wants it more. Or whatever you have, someone else wants it more. And I find it interesting because before this PNB Rock situation where he unfortunately passed away due to gun violence, that you have Meek Mill tweeting out that, like, it's gonna be a crazy winter. Like, people's stomachs is touching, is what he said, with less, with less vulgar words than that. And I just find that to be very interesting, where it's like, if you have Meek out here saying he needs to up his security and make sure he has most people that are on point, providing him with a service where he's going to stay safe and come back home to his people and his family, it's like, he needs to move different. It's like, how many instances do you need to have where it's like, you shouldn't be in this bad area, having your chains on, being like, yo, this is cool. I can go back to my old block and wear everything I have, and it's cool, and everyone loves me, and all that stuff. Like, we found out with Nipsey years ago that, yeah, everyone in the hood may like you, but it only takes one person to be like, I don't really like you. I didn't like what you said to me. Someone to get in their feelings, or someone to just not like you and take you out of this world. So that's just my 2 cents. One of the things that comes to my mind when I'm talking about this whole 50 thing is one of his lines, one of his songs way back. And it's like, they set you up to wet you up. Trust me, they shady. And it's like, I don't know, it's a lot of crazy stuff. Like, I was watching some interview and they were like, rappers are a dying breed. And it's like, that's kind of wild to say, but I get it. Like, think about how many people have died in the last 5 years. Just in general, but like just from like someone else killing them. I would throw Mac Miller in there because it was off some fentanyl stuff from the weed he had. XXX, like PNB, Pop Smoke. Like, you have so many artists that have so much potential. And I'm not a heavy fan on PNB Rock, but when I heard he passed, it's like, it's so unfortunate because you're like, yo, this guy, he had a song with 50 called Crazy. Loved it. And it's like, the songs I did like from PNB Rock were great, and it's like they have so much potential, and it sucks to know that someone went and took your life just over some chain, a chain that you probably end up getting like, what, 1,000? Not even the value of what it's worth. I believe the guys that took Pop Smoke's chain, they were like younger kids up until like their 20s, somewhere in there, because I think there was 4 of them, and they only got like 2,000, I think, from like selling the stuff. And it's like, what are we doing this for? With that being said, guys, that's just my thoughts on this whole stuff. I just wanted to share that, give my 2 cents. With that being said, feel free to share your opinion and views, all that good stuff. Drop them down below in the comments. And with that being said, I'll catch you in the next one. All right, peace.